Hey guys, Rochelle here. So, I was going back and forth as far as emotional eating. And did I have emotional eating? Do I have a food addiction? And I really just kind of went back and forth. And I really came to the realization that when I was using the terms emotional eating, really what that was doing was giving me a pass because those terms are socially acceptable. Everyone will pat you on the back and say, yes, they understand, they do that too. And so all we're really doing is giving license to each other to continue the pattern. So I started to really look at what food addiction is. And again, at first, I was going back and forth. I have it, I don't have it. I had people tell me, yes, you have it, no, you don't have it. And I really have come to the realization that emotional eating, it's food addiction. That's basically what it is. It's craving something that is just, you feel like you're going to go out of your mind if you don't eat it. It has absolutely nothing to do with hunger. Nothing to do with hunger at all. And unfortunately, in the day and age that we live in, the more processed of foods that we're eating, the easier it is for our body to become addicted. It's not any different than when we become addicted to caffeine, for instance, and our body craves it. It's the exact same way with food. And what I've done is I wrote up some signs of food addiction. You can totally tell that I homeschool my kid. Let me see if I can show this to you. So what happens is you eat a food, a processed food. Because, by the way, I'm telling you, if you're eating organic whole foods, you're not going to become addicted. Okay, this is talking about preservatives and chemicals. So anyway, signs of food addiction. What happens is you eat something that is not good for you. Okay, and of course it makes you feel happy. There's always that emotional connection to it. But what happens eventually, and it tends to happen when our digestive tract has been emptied and there's no more digestion going on, our body goes through withdrawals. We don't even recognize it as withdrawals, but we do go through it. We could have headaches. There could be some nausea, weakness. This is a big one for me, mental irritability or fatigue. And then what happens is without you even thinking about it, you are just automatically going back to that same food because when you eat that food, guess what? These symptoms are going to go away. That's what happens when you have toxic hunger, when you are eating for reasons that are well beyond just true hunger. And yes, there is absolute emotional connection to all of this, but it also is physiological. And there's reasons that our body does that. So I'm going to be really going into looking at why it does that, what we can do to help it. But ultimately, the first thing that you need to ask yourself, if you, like me, are a person who tends to turn to food for things other than true hunger, why are you turning to them? And are you able to say, wow, this actually is an addiction? Because when you realize that, because that word tends to have a nasty connotation in society, but it's not a bad thing. It's something that you have to realize that you have so that you can start to figure out ways to combat it. So anyways, that is what I've discovered for myself today, and I'm going to keep doing research and I will update you as I learn more, okay? Until then, here is coaching you to health and wealth. Bye, guys.